Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, once again, we have a GCW show from last night at Roulette Intermediate in Brooklyn, New York. Game Changer, GCW Crushed Up 2. Alright, we had some pretty good matches here. We had a couple, actually one really good matches, and a couple kind of duds, but you know, that always happens. So the first match was a four-way tag team match. So we had four of the top tag teams in GCW. Los Macizos, two-time GCW tag team champions. Ciclope, Miedo, Extremo, going up against BUSSY, Alec, Katch, and Effy. Who doesn't love Effy because wrestling is gay? Going up against Wasted Youth, Dyln, McKay, and Marcus Mathers. And then a kind of newly formed tag team, the East Coast Ace, Alec Price, teaming up with Cole Radrick, the Ratty Daddy, the King of Rat Shit Mountain. Four fairly different tag teams. Los Macizos is all about the extreme, all about the doors and chairs and everything. BUSSY is just a little about everything. Wasted Youth is the high flyers. Alec Price, Ratty Daddy, kind of Alec Price is the high flying, Ratty Daddy is the deathmatch guy. So you just had all this kind of meshing together. Overall, it was a good match. 7.5 minutes, a little shy. Everyone kind of did their big spots. You had a couple spots to the outside. You ended up having Los Macizos getting the victory and then giving it 3 1/4. Next up, you had Richard Holliday versus Charles Mason. What I kind of liked about this is because Charles Mason, he's kind of had this facade going on, kind of where he's this mercenary and he's got Paro and he had Billy Dixon. He's just out to destroy people and he don't care. And he comes into the ring and was trying to get Richard Holliday to kind of be with him. They shook hands on it. Charles Mason goes out, grabs one of the ring hands out of the crowd, drags him into the ring by the hair, gives Holliday a chair, says, if you want to be with me, you have to take him out with a chair. Holliday's like, dude, we shook on it. He's like, no, that's not good enough. Holliday goes to hit the kid, didn't. The kid, Charles Mason lets go of the kid and picks the chair up. The kid obviously gets out of the ring. They end up having a match. Richard Holliday, glad he's back in professional wrestling. He had some health issues. He was gone for about a year plus. Thankfully, he's recovered. He is back, seems to be back at Full Song here. One of the best on the indies. Love to see him show up in AEW and go with, recreate the dynasty with, everyone's favorite scumbag, MJF. They were the dynasty in MLW with Alex Hammerstone. I think that would be kind of cool. Richard Holliday ended up getting the victory over Charles Mason. And then ended up beating him down at the end, and Effy come out. And so that's been an ongoing feud there with Effy and Charles Mason and Paro and everything. And Charles Mason's just come in pulling in Effy's friends and stuff. But I ended up giving it 2 3/4. Next up, we had a really kick-ass women's match. We had Itoh, the cutest little pizza cutter, Murder Death Kill Gang member Itoh, going up against Killer Kelly, one of her few GCW appearances. Just a little less than 11-minute women's match. Two women that can go out there and just get it on. They both ended up actually just having a pretty, not really hardcore, but kind of got a little bit hardcore on it. Itoh ended up getting the victory. I ended up giving it 3-star. And then we had the team that you can now Google, Bang and Matthews, August Matthews, Davey Bang, formerly known as the Bang Brothers, the team you couldn't Google. But I'm cool with them changing the name, as the Bang Brothers are kind of cool too. Going up against East West Express, Jordan Oliver, and the 18-year-old sensation, AEW star, Nick Wayne, teaming with his buddy Jordan Oliver. Young, dumb, and broke. They ain't young, they're young. They ain't dumb and they ain't broke. But they are hella talented. Probably the best tag team on the indies, I believe. But I think they're both both great. East West Express getting the victory there with Nick Wayne and Jordan Oliver, 3.5-star match. Next up, we had Joey Janela and Alex Coughlin. Alex Coughlin, if you've never seen him wrestle, he is pure strength, pure just throw people around, big hoss kind of guy. but yet he can go out there and mat wrestle with the best of them. Joey Janela ended up giving the best to him today, but this match was damn good at 3 1/4 star. Joey Janela getting the victory. Next up, we had everyone's favorite Reefer, Grim Reefer, going up against Bobby Flaco. And yes, Bobby Jr. was with him. For those Bobby Flaco fans, know what I'm talking about. This match ended up no contest. It was like 4 minutes long. They ended up fighting on the outside, and then Jacob Fatu came in, ended up attacking him, and he just got thrown out. Oos was out there for his match with Mance Mancer. So we had a hoss fight with weapons and blood and doors and chairs and everything in between going on here. These two dudes just tore it apart. I think they went through 7 doors. It was just freaking nuts as hell. But these two went out there and just kicked some ass, took some names. Jacob Fatu at the end of the day ended up giving the best of Mance Warner 3 1/2 star match. One thing, if you check out the Victory Road review I did, there's been a whole storyline there with Frankie Kazarian, his wife, Tracy Brooks, Alicia Edwards, Eddie Edwards, Trinity. Obviously, Trinity's husband can't show up because he's under contract with WWE. You can do the next best thing. You can bring the Usos' cousin in, which is Jacob Fatu. He is cousin to the Usos, Roman Reigns, and all them. He's part of that Fatu family. So yeah, bring him in. Do something with that, Uncle Eddie and everything. Let's see here. I like looking up stuff about, especially this family, because this family is freaking one of those wrestling iconic families. Let's see, here we go. Let's see who Mr. Jacob Fatu, who he's actually. Okay, so his dad was Sam Fatu. He was trained by Rikishi and Sin Brody, whoever that dude is. I don't know who that dude is. Let's see here. He's the son of Sam Fatu and the brother of Journey Fatu. So Sam Fatu is, let's see, Tongo Kid. He wrestled in the Tongo Kid in WCW and the Samoan Savage. And Tama. So, yeah, he's part of that whole family and everything. And his, so Jacob's brother wrestles as well. Jacob's been in MLW and stuff, so part of the Usos family. He's talked about in interviews hanging out with the Usos and with Uncle Eddie's house and doing freaking moonsaults into the pool. You know, he's kind of built like Rikishi and all them, but he kind of wrestles like the Usos, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. Eventually he's got to get pulled into that bloodline storyline, signed and brought in, but yeah, bring him in. Dude, you can do all kinds of things with the Impact with him right now if he made it to WWE. But him getting the victory over Mance there, I give it 3 1/2. Next up, we had a 6-man tag. We had Deathmatch Royalty, Matt Cardona and Steph Lander. Number one, they're not Deathmatch Royalty. Matt Cardona's won one Deathmatch. And it was not good. Steph Lander's never been in one that I know of. Other than that, they teamed up with Blake Christian, the GCW World Heavyweight Champion, which, hey, I'm a fan of Blake Christian. I'm all in on some Blake Christian there. And then we had Akira and Masha Slamovich on the other side with the mystery partner. The crowd figured Nick Gage, because they were like, Nick fucking Gage. And then they started chanting, Jimmy fucking Lloyd, Jimmy fucking Lloyd. And Masha goes, we're going to bring out the guy, blah, blah. And y'all know who it is, and they fucking the place erupted. Jimmy Lloyd chants, and it was Jimmy Lloyd, the different boy. And so we had a nice little 6-person intergender tag match here. Akira, Jimmy Lloyd, and Masha Slamovich getting the victory, and they're giving it 2 3/4. And then our main event, we had Rina Yamashita, the GCW Ultraviolet champion, going up against Speedball Mike Bailey in a non-title match. Holy fuck! This match was good. Really good. Could be one of the matches of the year. They probably went through a dozen doors. Speedball did his flipping knee drop thing where he calls it off the top rope and through a door, and Rina had moved. Rina went through multiple doors. Both of them were bleeding when it was over with from headbutts. Speedball Mike Bailey, one of the best strikers in pro wrestling today. These two just tore it down. I ended up getting a 4-star, 23-minute match. Just holy shit, what a main event this was. So we had a 3.5-star match with the tag match. We had this 4-star classic. Jacob Fatu and Mance Warner, 3.5 as well. So yeah, some really good matches. But this, once again, every show in 2023 I've reviewed of GCW right here on the Robert Sports Show. I'm a huge fan. I've done the best of in mid-year. I'll have the best of up in January as well. Independent pro wrestling, if you've never checked it out, start with GCW and just follow the talent wherever they go, and you can't go wrong. That's where you're going to find the stars of tomorrow. Look at NXT right now, the NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes. Christian, what was his name? Oh, God. Not Cardona. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I forgot his name now. Anyway, he was part of Northeast Wrestling where I saw him at. So, uber talented kid. You're going to just find different diamonds in the rough. MJF, AAW, I saw him first time. Saw him on MLW. I'm like, this dude's going to be a fucking star. And this was in 2017. 2018. He got with AEW, and even the Pulse boys were like, dude, yeah, he ain't got it. And the last pay-per-view, we're over there for All In, get together, and Ryan and Justin Buzz were like, dude, you're fucking right, this guy's awesome. I'm like, yeah, I told you. 5 years ago I told you this guy's going to be something big. But yeah, definitely check out Independent Wrestling, GCW on Fight TV, part of Fight Plus, $7.99 a month. You also go to Independent Wrestling TV. They got 200 some freaking companies on there for $10 a month. Start with a GCW show. Find some talent you like. Maybe a Jacob Fatu, maybe a Bobby Flaco, maybe a Speedball Mike Bailey, and just follow them different companies. You'll learn different people. That's kind of how I got into it. That is GCW Crushed Up 2 review. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.